Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let It Die. There's new updates, specifically only thing that one thing that really matters. I am so fucking amped. I just went through it, just read it right here, boys. Where the fuck is it? Goddamn, too excited. Updated rules and regulations to abducted defending fighters. Fingers crossed what it could be. When I read this, my heart stopped. Okay, I was like, oh my god. Is this the promised land? The first change is abducted fighters will now return to their players after a set period of time. Until now, how it worked was defending fighters were abducted and rescued by their owners, yada yada yada. If they didn't rescue them in time, they would be reformed and become the abductor's fighter after hours, but you would still get them. But now, how it works is after 4 hours, just 4, thank God, the extraction will be complete and the abducted fighter will go back to their original owner. Cool, because there's a limit. It's no longer 48 hours that happens. It's 4 hours, so you get your fighter, you can get like a higher level fighter that easier, so it works for both parties. It's not just like you're getting shafted. People who also capture fighters are also getting a bonus from this. But here's the golden goose, guys. Abducted fighters will no longer lose their belongings. Yeah! I'm so into this. Fucking everything else is irrelevant. Not really, we're gonna go through it. But finally, the TDM is playable for me. We'll get into the one other thing, like this is it. This is my main problem with PvP. Fixed. I'm fine with investing time, but not if someone can dismantle it. And yeah, it's pretty much it. Anyways, let's go on to why the specifics of this. Until now, if an abducted fighter was rescued or released via ransom, when they return home, they would become naked and would lose all of their items in their death bag and the skill decals. So when it says their belongings, it also means decals. Now, if a defender is abducted, they will no longer be losing their belongings. Fantastic. And then there's this little tidbit here. After extraction of an abducted fighter is complete, you will be rewarded with a lost bag. So I think what that means is when you actually like fight the guy who has your capture fighter, you'll be rewarded with a lost bag, probably 2 because you're doing it with the event. And then it just goes over the fact that the abducted fighters can only be held for 4 hours now, and yada yada yada. Cool. We'll get back to the big, like this is the headpiece of the update, which is Battle Rush, which, dude, I really hope you'd upload a full PNG of that, because it just seems like someone tirelessly put that thumbnail together, and I would love to use it. Instead, I have to, like, add sharpen on it so it looks semi-decent. Anyways, this was made for me, this update. I feel so happy, but also I like how it wasn't just, like, you know, it helps both parties. If you like to capture people, you can still do that. In fact, it's easier now. You no longer have to leave your PS4 on for like 20 hours, etc. And you really have no like negative to doing that. But there's more stuff in the Battle Rush, the new, it's basically, this is I think the biggest PvP update that they've added, and I'm already in just a chipper mood, because thank God they did that. I'm so happy. Anyways, but let's start at the beginning. Last week we had the Battle Rush. This seemed like the beta, so to speak, but then they released the full thing. Anyways, we'll get to that. Limited edition special armor blueprints on sale. Now, let's just talk about it, and I'll get into what I'm curious about. So as you guys can see, the basis of this is now there is special armors that they're selling in the special vendor thing that have like a cool effect to them. So for instance, that is the DoD armor having like shock effect to it, which is awesome. Having a cool branded into your back font, whatever, or this one, which is clearly the better one. Anyways, I'm probably still just gonna get the DoD because it's running in on the cheap. Anyways, Tetsuo speaking. I've heard that old vending machine next to the shop. Harena. Okay, cool, I didn't know that. Or is it Henrietta? I don't know. It's getting a new item on its shelf. What are the new items, you ask? Based on what I've heard from my source, these blueprints are custom-made editions of existing armor. I'd like to see those custom arms myself. I'd like to see those customized arms myself. So bring me those blueprints when you purchase that music. Oh, it's not Ketsuo. Oh, I'm sorry. This was the guy who's the dude with the baby on his back, or is that the other guy? I don't know. He's the dude who keeps flicking the fucking pen in his hand like a madman, the guy who's in the waiting room. Anyways, so this is a limited time event. Purchase blueprints with armor from the vending machine. Here's the catch, death metals only. So these are only purchasable by death metals, but just wait. This is not as bad, just wait. Also, it's a cosmetic thing. That's kind of why they're going into the available armor. Are visual variants of existing armor. Stats are not affected. Now, that makes me worried because, like, is it gonna be green, or is it gonna be like my DoD nice black and white one with electricity coming off it? Because if that's the case, I'm in. I'm involved. It says after purchasing the blueprint, you'll need 1 spilithium to make it. You will need specified R&D materials to unlock higher levels. So it looks like you do have to re-upgrade all these, maybe? Well, the next video, of course, will be us actually in the update, actually participating, doing all the things. But yeah, I'm just curious right now of what the hell that means. Like, are we gonna have to level it all up again? Because I already leveled up this already. Could I just add the effect to it? Damn, dude, because what if it starts asking for like purple metal? And I'm like, dude, I'm not even close to getting that. Anyways, the best part about this one is it's only going to cost you 10 death metals only, but still only. DIY attack coat now comes in electric. Yeah, cool. And then of course, same thing. They just vary increasing by death metals because I think they're coming in at a higher density, hence why they're 16 death metals, or they just look cooler. I don't really think this looks cooler than the electricity, but that could just be me. Anyways, this definitely does. So yes, this is 16 death metals. This is 28. So one hell of a jump, but also looks really cool. And again, like they mention, it's a purely aesthetic thing. It's not gonna give you any power difference. It's not gonna do any of that. You're gonna have to re-level it all up. I really hope they do change. Like, I hope if I level this up to 5 grade, it's not gonna look the same. Like, hopefully the essence of purple or whatever still remains the same. But I'm hoping that like you know how the armor changes its color type, that kind of thing. I hope that's the case. Anywho, it gives us more. 28, yeah, to do that. Stats are identical to the Paladin armor. Awesome. This armor, like the normal Paladin armor, that's hard for me to say, cannot yet reach the 4th tier. Okay, so eventually they're hinting at that'll happen. Awesome. So you guys are like, dang it, I don't want to have to spend some damn money for these death metals. Well, give it a minute. And then they're like, hey, guess what, dude? Fucking microtransactions. And I'm like, okay. I mean, again, it's cosmetic. You can't really get upset about it because it's purely cosmetic. It does look fucking awesome, and it is kind of annoying to have to, if I do buy it, having to re-upgrade everything is a bit shitty because I already have that. But anyways, here's why it's not so bad. The TDM Battle Rush begins. TDM Battle Rush Eve. Oh, okay, I get Eve, like it's the night before Christmas, got it. Anyways, Battle Rush. This is looking just sexy. I mentioned it, that thumbnail is perfect. Anyways, greetings, Tetsuyo is the name. Thank you for riding the Tokyo Death Metro. As of September 28th, Tokyo Death Metro begins a new service, the TDM Battle Rush. TDM Battle Rush will now introduce new rules of ranked matches, making this line more thrilling and dangerous than ever before. Be sure to read the details below. Alright, so let me try to break this down, but then again, some of it I don't understand, so yeah. Up until now, there's simply 5 ranks to TDM: Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Each of these ranks now are split into 3 levels. Oh, okay, so you can either be like Bronze rank 1, Bronze rank 2, and Bronze rank 3, or it can be Platinum rank 3, Platinum rank 2. So okay, that makes more sense to me. That's where I kind of got a little bit confused. Once a week, rank rewards will be distributed. Every Monday, you'll get certain rewards, as you guys can see here, depending on how much you do each week. Here's the thing, every week ranks will be reset to the lowest sub rank. Oh, okay. Of their category. All right, so that makes sense. That's what I was missing from reading the other stuff. So if you start off as you're like a Platinum 1 or like a Bronze 1, at the end of the week you'll be reset to Bronze 3 or Platinum 3. Got it. So you're just fighting to the top again. That's kind of cool. I imagine you can get like demerited hardcore. Sorry if I look a bit greasy. I just streamed, and that's always my excuse. But like legitimately, it's hot just streaming for that long. Anyways, and yada. It says TDM Battle Rush Quest 1 to 5. Raid and defend to get your hands on more death metals. So here's the thing. Like, you know how it's saying it's costing a lot of money to get these special armors and whatnot? Here's the way around it. And I really like how they did that, because it's an event. You can choose to not touch the multiplayer, but if you do want to get the PvE kind of armors, well, they're PvE and PvP armors, but yeah, anyways, this is the way you can get access to them without having to buy microtransactions. And all it simply asks is for you to participate in the event. Sadly, raiding is still not pro PvE, but still. So yeah, you get 1 death medal from doing all of these. There's 1 out of 5. Anyways, what do you do to complete these things? Perform 1 TDM raid. You do not have to win. Successfully perform a TDM raid. You do have to win. Successfully perform 5 TDM raids. Successfully perform 10 TDM raids. This is gonna be pretty easy for me because I'm on Bronze. I'm gonna be trying to impact them the least, which I did on stream. Anyways, what is this? Have 1 successful TDM defense attempt. Okay, so win 1 defense. All right, that's a bit trickier because then you gotta hope people actually come at you. Okay. Having 5, which actually I can do now because I have defenders that I just gotta clothe again, and this time their armor won't just gone. Yes! The list goes on. You win, you lose, win against attempts of them trying to kill you, and you get death medals, death medals, death medals. And it's 1 out of 5. This is 1 set. So then you have more death medals to attain. Boom! You have even more death medals to attain. And you have even more death medals to attain. And you have even more death medals to attain. So if you're just consistent about coming back each week, you're gonna have enough death medals to buy all of those special types of armor. And of course, with every update comes new decals. When equipping this, your fighter's rage gauge will have 2 instead of 0. Cool. And then this is the abducted fighter changes, which I am just so fucking thrilled about. So yeah, now it's like put the best of you, the best that you have there to defend your base. Cool, cool, cool. And then this is the outline for what they're going to be adding. So this is actually really cool. Curious what's in store for Season 1? Here's the roadmap for upcoming events and updates happening over the next few months. Let It Die Roadmap 17. So we have new decals that are coming, we have the TDM Battle Rush that is access that we're having right now in October, and then in November the biggest hitter is the next Forceman. Kinda looks like it's a Medusa weirdness. I'm into it. Will I be able to do it? Probably not, dude. Hey, maybe, because the TDM was a big, like, I'm confident enough that I will lessen the siphoning of my money with my defenders. I'm not sure if I'll stop it altogether, but I'm confident in that. I'll still get robbed, but hey, at least now I'll have enough money to buy the Wandering Shops, goods, and all that other stuff. But we still have a problem with the game that I want to talk about. It's my only existing problem with the game, legitimately. Anyways, we'll talk about it at the end. Season event, Creepy Autumn. I wonder if that's gonna make the waiting room change and stuff like that. I'm interested. Anyways, new gear, the Black Thunder equipment. Is this the same thing as the Forceman? Black Thunder Unleash. Yeah, so she just comes with equipment. Got it. And then December is the 1-year anniversary for World of Tanks, another collaboration with another developer, good for them. New premium decals, WOT collaboration, World of Tanks collaboration with decals as well. Neat, cool. And that's the big update. That's like the main chunk of the new updates in there, which is awesome, honestly. I only have one more problem with the game, but I'm not sure if we covered everything. TDM's new, we got, yeah, and then it's just gonna say maintenance changes. Does it say it here? Maintenance was complete as followed: North America, Central America, Oh no, here you go, patch notes, they're just in a different subsection, weird. Anyways, these are the patch notes that they've changed. TDM Battle Rush, blah, 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 blah. Oh no, wait, additional waiting room decorations, awesome. Posters are now available to be set in the waiting room, awesome. Dang it, I'm not gonna have any death medals. Then again, if I just do the event, should be okay, depending on how much they cost. But anyways, new decals, a collector class for the 6th grade fighter. We'll talk about that in a minute. Unless they fixed it, which I really hope they did. If this is the case, this is the update for me. This is the update that makes the game so heartwarming again. Abducted fighters will no longer lose their equipment, items, decals, and after set hold time, they will be released after 4 hours instead of 48 hours. When sending fighters off on expeditions, once a target is selected once, the target will be removed from the list. Okay, so you cannot double down on some person. A lot of people gotta start hunting for the damned golden snails on Alcasta Day, but also that makes it so you can't just get rushed by like every level. You're getting a person sent after you, a hunter. Cool, so that kind of, I love that, actually, that's perfect. Will stop appearing and raid targets for lower ranks. I'm not sure that's what I'm looking for. After successful performing a revenge raid, issues addressed. Fighter's voice, something's changed with that. Whatever, that's not what I want. Sometimes, sorry if I'm being brutal, but I really want to see if it does it. Sometimes when showing an item, it disappears. The following is fixed, spike, and all this other stuff is fixed, is skilled. Okay, so a lot of that is amazing, and everything about this update I love, and it feels good. It feels good. All the updates feel fantastic. I only have one more thing that I fucked myself badly, basically. And that is that I can no longer really play the game. My issue right now is similar to what happened when I first got my grade 5 character. I got it way before my armor and my weapons were ready, so the, what are they called? The haters, not the screamers, but the haters specifically, the hater type enemies were spawning, and they're like a very decked out class of fighter. Anyways, haters were spawning that I couldn't even compete with. This is what happened when I first was starting to get close to the top. As soon as I broke 30, I did this thing that allowed me to get my 5 grade character. And what this did is it put me in a bracket of people that were fighting grade 5 characters with the best grade 5 gear. And I was like, oh, what the hell? Like, I can't even do a shitty level because these guys are spawning and one-shotting me with their god tier weapons. And I was like, that sucks. But in that time span, it was actually pretty great. I just went back to my old characters. It was pretty simple. And I could mess around with those lower floors. I thought that made complete sense. It's like, if you want to hang with the big boys, you're going to have to also fight the big boys. But now it doesn't work that way. You can't just retreat back to your grade 4 character. You are now always going to be fighting the highest grade of fighter, which I think is a bit bonkers. But anyways, I did the same thing, but this time it wasn't even really my fault when doing it. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you're confused, whatever grade of fighter you have will be the grade of hater that spawns. Now, when they first were like, hey, there's the grade 6 fighter, you can jump on and use them, have at it. I was like, awesome. I get a new character to mess around with. I get another character to level up. Awesome. But as soon as I purchased that fighter, I immediately got put on the chopping block for grade 6 weapons, and it happened all over again, except this time it's way worse because their weapons are way too stronger. Like, by the end of their combo weapon, I'm already died. And that's with me having a second life shroom, having decent armor, having a full set of decent armor. By the time they get to the second hit, I'm already dead, and my life shroom has been used up for the first hit, instant shot me. So then the follow-up hit, instant shot me again, and I'm like, I can't even play the game anymore. I don't know why they took that out either. Why do you not fight the same grade that you are playing? So if I'm playing a grade 5, which I usually do, because that's where my armor is, that's where my Deco Master or whatever the hell, that's where he is. It's my favorite character, etc. Why am I, as a grade 5 character, getting fought against grade 6 characters when my armor and nothing like that is even there? Why is it not just the same grade of fighter that you're playing, you also get fought against? Why is that not the case? So what happens to me is I try to do anything. I try to go throughout the Tower of Barbs. I try to, go to the Wandering Shop. But I can't, because every time I go anywhere in the Tower of Barbs, the random hater that randomly spawns, I'm doing air quotes because it's not random, they eventually just force spawn them eventually, I can't fight them. Like, I legitimately can't fight them. The only way I can fight them is by breaking the game, like poisoning them, and then burning off their armor so that the one thing that makes them god is less godly, and shit like that. So that's the one thing I really want back in the game is the ability to allow people to play the game, because I don't think I'm the only person that was like, oh cool, the grade 6 fighter, gonna do that. And then you didn't know you were signing a contract with the devil that basically sends the strongest demons in the world after you. And that's the one thing I really want them to re-implement, is whatever grade of fighter you are playing is the grade of fighter you are facing. In terms of the haters, I realize hunters can vary and that's fine, and I don't mind that being the toss-up, like the flip of the coin, because at that point it is random, and especially now that they've implemented the ability for you to take, you're like on a waiting list. If someone's already sent a hunter after you, you're putting on a waiting list for about an hour. I think that's how long they last, for you just not to get a hunter sent after you, which is awesome. So it's not just hunter after hunter after hunter, but that's the one thing that's stopping me from playing. My grade 6 character is leveled up, but ultimately is basically naked, because all of the armor that he can wear gets smashed in a second, because everyone has the 50th floor weapons and whatnot. So I'm kind of just sitting there stuck. I'm actually, like, it's incredibly hard for me just to play the game, hence why the videos have slowed down a lot. Destiny is a thing, and I play that game a lot, and that's why also the videos have slowed down, but also it's because every time I try to go in there, I get disheartened immediately, because I can't compete. And that's like the only other thing. I know I mentioned in the last video, like one of the things I hate the most is the fact that you can just get reset by playing the TDM. But again, if you put in the time to build up a defense, you get lessened, the blow is lessened. So I really like that aspect of it. But yeah, that's the one thing. I think it's reasonable too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's like an outlandish thing to ask for back, is that you fight whatever grade you are. In terms of haters, again, if I go to the 60th floor as a grade 5 somehow, I'm expecting to face that level's bracket of enemies, of course. But I'm just saying, as of like below that, you shouldn't get faced against that. Whew. Anyways, that brings us to the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for giving me a second of your time. I love almost all of the changes in this. It seems like it's just a lot of pro both sides. They did something that allowed both sides to win. Love that. Think that's just brilliant. Again, that's the only other one thing I have, because like it's the one problem that's so in my face every single time I start up the game, is the fact that I keep getting fought against haters that I can't handle at all. It's like me trying to get good gear, but also being like having to deal with this rock in front of me, and the rock shouldn't be there, because it's like I'm not playing the person that deserves that rock or that punishment. Like if I was playing my grade 6 character, it makes sense, but I'm not. I'm playing my grade 5 character and I'm getting fought up against grade 6s in grade. Anyways, enough said there. Thank you guys so much for giving me a second of your time. You guys have given me a lot more than a second, but even if it was just a second, I'd appreciate it nevertheless. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, the next video of Let's Die will be us playing the game. Subscribe button above me, 2 videos to my right. Love this update. Love the people who make this game. Love, 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 love. Bye, guys.